Hello and welcome in the magical world of crystalline light language. I'm Chizu Sakamoto, Gold Self Embodiment Mentor. I guide sovereign conscious souls to fully embody their divine essence and restore their original God system that helps them manifest a life of sacred opulence where golden flow, crystalline clairvoyance, and divinely orchestrated synchronicities and miracles become their new normal. I'm so honored to have you here in this quick and delicious activation of remembrance of your crystalline light language. As you have may already seen on my YouTube channel or social media, my light language is multidimensional transmissions that are channeled through sounds like that's grounding you right now. That sounds like a foreign language. And I also use written like language that I channel through my signs. And the purest light language, which is channeled through my presence. It is the silence transmission from source. So whether I speak English, French, or light language, it doesn't matter because I have now come to a point where I embody the source expression through my very essence, my very presence. And this is something I also teach and activate, facilitate within people. So let's first start with what is crystalline light language, how it's bringing you back to your full potential, and also how you can start using it in your daily life and business and more. So let me just take my notes out so that you may now receive the transmission. And if you agree to receive, say, yes, I receive from source to source. So light language is present within everybody. First of all, it is really part of our DNA, and it is something that is rising, awakening within humanity because now humanity is ready to actually channel their spiritual gifts in a very free way. So, crystalline light language is a channeled, multidimensional language, quote unquote, and we'll see how it can be expressed differently. This multidimensional channeled transmission is understood by everybody and all at a soul level. It brings frequency, energy, and light, so consciousness, from source directly into all layers of the being. It bypasses the logic brain and speaks directly to our bodies, whether it is physical, mental, spiritual, energetic, and even to our field. It is a channeled expression of the divine. For me, when we reactivate, remember, embody, and let the crystalline light language go through us, it is a direct connection and channeling of the original logos, which is the primordial verb. So that is the original logos, and it comes from our original sun, which is the source of all that is within us, within everything, within the universe. So this channeled expression goes deep into our core and recalibrates our field and our whole being really on its highest potential. So just by channeling language, you can both liberate and harmonize. You can help let go of some things, activate and restore some other things. It is really all three parts, which is information, frequency, energy, light, consciousness. Okay, so this is why it's so potent. It is the highest level of expression that we may have, and You will be astonished as how much people are now resonating with light language even more. I just remembered that I was chanting light language for a client a few months ago, and my stepbrother came at the end of the session saying, "Oh, what were you singing during your session? I think I remember this song, but I don't know where it comes from. And can you tell me which song what was that?" And I told him, like, actually, it may sound like very familiar to you because actually it's soul song. It's a soul chant. So it is resonating with so many people, even those who do not practice energetics at all. Very interesting, very fun. So this is where actually it's very interesting because light language can be channeled through toning, chanting, singing, speaking, wording. It can also be danced, just moved. It can be channeled through writing, painting, any sort of expression, really. So that is really freeing our authentic expression. The more you practice your crystalline light language, the freer you become, the flowier everything flows through you, and also the more creative you become. Those light language can feel also very galactic or beyond. Sometimes people feel it has a very angelic feeling to it. It can also be very earthly connected, like sounding like animals, like the whales, the dolphins, or very indigenous, like speaking or chanting like Native Americans, or Africans, or Tibetan, Celtic, Asian sounds. It can be very profoundly vocal or very geometric, like sacred geometry at a higher level. Okay. Sometimes people also channel high councils of light coming from the ancestors of light, elementals, fairies, the elven kingdoms. They can also be whispers or sounding like the wind, like fire, like really elements. It is immensely diversified, and what we really have to allow ourselves to know is that first, there is no word-to-word translation of light language because it's a language of the soul, a language that the heart, the whole being understands, even though the mind doesn't compute anything. And second of all, light language is also kind of personal in the sense that you may be connected to different high cancels of light. You can learn or remember how to channel source light language directly, and you can also start channeling high cancels of light. This is how I started myself, and this is also why I feel it is easy for me to teach you how to connect to those high cancels of pure light and feel very at home with communicating with certain councils and maybe not others. So, for example, in my light language academy, I'm teaching you how to connect with different high councils of light, how to purify your channel, how to feel safe and secure to channel that with a very simple but very grounded way for yourself and others. And also, if you're not into high cancels of light and light beings at all, to go directly connect with source consciousness. My light language are very connected to the everything, really, because once you come back to being source embodied, the truth is everything is part of souls, is spark of souls, is fractal of souls that is serving souls as well. So it's very playful. And some people tell me that they can feel the high angelic realms being channeled through the language. They can feel also like how connected I was to the mother, the galactic mothers, the Syrian mothers, just like maybe Ma'at, Isis, and that level of sisterhood connection, the connection sisterhood of the rose, for instance, and many, many others. You have in front of you a human avatar, Chizu Sakamoto, that has really learned and gone through a lot of curiosity around co-creation with the higher realms of all subtle realms, really, and navigating through different perspective, different areas, and also what I teach to my people is really how to have this personal connection to the different high councils, to come out of any dogma, to come out of any restriction. Second thing, very, I don't know, maybe counterintuitive. There is no single light language for a single light council. Let's make it very simple. Is there only one language for our Earth planet? It's like saying English is the only language that is spoken on the Earth kingdom. Nonsense, right? So there is no single light language from Sirius, Lemuria, the high angelic realms, Earth, Gaia, even Gaia has so many voices and way of channeling like language. It's just great, right? Okay, so just relax because you are being the instrument. You are becoming the instrument of light language. It becomes easier and easier as you progress to channel words, chants, tones, writing, everything that is specially made for you as well. This is where it's very juicy to have this unique way of expressing yourself and this higher connection coming together into being your authentic self in this lifetime, in this incarnation, okay? This is so much fun, and that's why I love to activate that within you. The more you use the crystalline light language, the more you come back to yourself. It is an ascension process. You come back to being and seeing that inside you, the whole universe is already there. Source is already there. It is you. And the more you release the interferences that are around your original sun, your source self, the more crystalline things become. This is where synchronicities just happen like this, miracles, everything. And I've seen so many shifts within my clients, within their bodies, like very old wounds that got completely cleared. This relationship that they get with their body shifting in a few instants is just crazy. And also for prosperity, the more you unleash your true expression, your truth, the vibe, the joy, the more you want to share with the world, the more magnetic you become, right? The more radiant you are, more magnetic you become. It's just like a natural process. And the higher you allow things to just pour into your field, the receiving gets easier and easier and easier. The magic really is astonishing. So crystalline light language helps you shift that to step into new communities, new partnerships, to really be open, this open field that is letting everything come pour, just like water pouring in. So just imagine that if you're here, contracted and limited, then light language helps you to open up and open up and open up and open up perspective, consciousness, everything. So it's very playful. And that's also why you will receive wealth alignment transmissions during your process of ascension within the light language online training, and many more bonuses. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye bye.